Alright, I know what you people want. I know what you sickos want to see. We're doing the Haley Joel Osment episode. And boy is it gonna sting. We're going in hot, with no idea what the heck is going on.
Remember, we're dealing with Rafer Cobb,
who's always armed and always dangerous.
What are you, his hype man? Yeah, boy! So in a sequence that seems to have been shot in 3 completely different houses, the Rangers go on a kill spree, looking for this guy, who looks like if bird crap took human form. But I guess Walker hired mall security as backup because he smokes right through these clowns. But it doesn't matter, because the pot is in the living room. This is my one chance to prove I'm more than just a mall cop. Fail! Meanwhile, on the dance floor,
I'm the Kung Fu hippie from Gangster City. I'm a rapping surfer, you the fool I pity.
So now things are getting tense as Walker and Trevette check the whole house. And you know what? I'm gonna say viewer discretion here, because this is seriously one of the most shocking things I've ever seen on television. You ready? Holy shit! What is this show doing to Haley Joel Osment? He was America's darling! Ooh, looks like someone went to a 2-year film school. Now, for the record, I know this kid's name is Lucas. It's the name of the episode. But I'm just gonna keep calling him HJ or HJO.
The kids can call you Hoju.
So, after a depressing conversation in the most cheerful setting...
Remember me?
Yeah, you're the bearded spin kick monster.
That your mom? Why, sure is pretty.
Don't hit on my mom.
You know what I'm good at?
Killing people?
I'm good at guessing names. Her name is Betty.
And that guess is so crap that HJ breaks his silence just to tell him so. Then Walker tries the same shtick on HJ's name, and HJ just gives in so Walker will stop being such a dork. Wait, Walker, I'm scared of the giant Doberman! So, as you might have guessed, the kid's tests are back, and he's got the AIDS.
Hey, everybody! AIDS is finally funny! All right! Woohoo! AIDS!
But Walker's reaction is basically, aw, nuts! But the news didn't spoil Walker's appetite, because he comes back later and eats HJ's entire freaking breakfast. But in return, Walker swears in HJ as an official Texas Ranger. Congrats, kid, you're 4th in command after Trevette and CD. So what follows is the most maudlin montage ever put on television, accompanied by a song with the most melodramatic lyrics. But since the YouTube bots are total buttholes, I'm not allowed to include it. Yet, since one simply cannot fully appreciate this episode without it, I've uploaded this montage as a separate private video you can view from the link in the pinned comment below, in a little segment I call Walker Karaoke. Enjoy! And Walker wastes no time in turning HJ into his mini-me. But oh, how cute is this? Come on, show, I'm trying to be a cynical asshole here. But meanwhile, Mom's dreaming about a 90s grunge video because she's stuck holed up with Professor Pigeon Poop.
Where is Lucas?
I told you, we had to leave him.
Oh my god, I can't believe you would do that.
Have you met this guy?
Yeah!
So Walker's gotta break it to HJ that he has to go into foster care. And to do this, we suddenly get a huge Walker lore dump. Now I'm watching these episodes out of order, so I don't know if this was ever previously established or if they're just pulling it out of their ass for the convenience of this episode. But it turns out out of nowhere, Walker was an orphan. And coincidentally enough, he was also in the foster care system. Who'd have known? And for some reason, all of Walker's memories look like a damaged VHS tape. I guess that's what happens when you take all those blows to the head. Later, at Hometown Buffet, I detect hints of lavender and elderberry. So Walker's trying to find HJ's mom, but his ace detective skills are pretty much limited to raiding random drug spots than asking dudes if they've seen her. And when the baddies predictably laugh in his face, they get the old tongue and death grip. Then the transition goes right up Trevette's nose. And now, summarizing horrible things in an unhelpful tone.
A few of the older kids overheard some staff talking about Lucas's AIDS, and they scared the younger boys and girls into believing that he would give them a disease and they would all die.
Jesus God, lady! And when Walker hears just how shit this place is with its medical privacy guidelines, he basically adopts HJ on the spot. So Walker says, "You know when I told you the orphanage wouldn't be that bad? Yeah, I was lying. I knew it'd be shit."
But being a loner doesn't mean you have to be alone.
See, there's this thing called 4chan, and this leads to another scratchy lore dump. But this one just kinda devolves into an episode of PBS's Wild America. I see stock footage. But as if we needed to up the craziness, we go back to the ranch where Walker and HJ birth a freaking horse. I can't show this on YouTube. It is graphic, and they show everything. They literally grab onto this baby and yank it out of its mother. But later, when HJ dreams of an Alice in Chains video, which honestly should upset anyone, Walker decides it's time for another huge lore dump. And this one actually contains a really important part of the Walker mythos. Remember Uncle Ray from some of the really early episodes? Ever wonder what his deal was? Well, it turns out Uncle Ray raised Walker on the Cherokee Reservation after his parents were killed. So, there. Anywho, back to some actual plot. Walker gets a call from HJ's mom, who gives him a ton of attitude. But Walker shuts that down real fast.
Your son has AIDS.
But Trevette traces the call and, "Oh my God, the call is coming from inside the building!" Ah, dang, she's still on the loose. So then, this. And this. Ever want to see Chuck Norris in a bumper boat? Well, here's your chance. Eat my dust, sucker! But then...
Trevette's got a lead on Rayford Cobb.
Golden Girls is filmed before a live studio audience. Okay, stop huddling up on the front lawn before raiding these houses. He can see you. So it is literally the opening sequence all over again. And once again, they let Rayford Cobb just get away.
This bird's gonna fly.
But Walker does finally get Mom, and she's not looking too good. Guys, I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is little HJ finally gets reunited with his mom. Bad news is 1 minute later, Mom just fucking dies. And that's how they end the show. My God, what a depressing episode. Final score, we have 2 spin kicks, 5 ranger kills, and a hulking 8 out of 10 batshit score. And since last video I gave 2 bonus adorable Toby points, just for consistency, I'm gonna give this one 3 bonus adorable Hoju points.
Hoju!
To put this episode just under the top spot with 18 Walker points. But the insanity of the Haley Joel saga has only begun, so make sure to spin kick that subscribe button for part 2, because part 2 is just as crazy. Alright, unfortunately I have to end this video on a very sad and serious note. So young Uncle Ray in this episode was played by Jonathan Joss, an actor best known as the voice of John Redcorn on King of the Hill, and more recently as Chief Kanhotate on Parks and Rec, and weirdly enough, he also played Mr. Hat in my 3rd Ranger Danger video. Well, while writing this episode, I learned that on the 1st of June, Jonathan had been shot and killed outside of his Texas home in what some people are calling a hate crime. Which is just so effed up. I mean, I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, that is some effed up bullshit. So, R.I.P. Jonathan Joss, you did a really good job on this show.